Alright everybody, so today I've got something a little bit different. It's a video I've been wanting to work on for a little bit, and there's a few things I want to discuss in this video. For one, it actually has been over a year, because I started all the work the week before Thanksgiving. So let's get right to it. First, I get some history because some of you have probably not been watching long enough to know. But for reasons I can't explain, my parents have never taken me to a dentist. I have some memories of like my dad or my mom going to the dentist, and I would go with them. And hearing drills, people screaming, people coming out in pain, and for those reasons, I was absolutely terrified of going. And as I got older, I still was. And also, as I got older, I learned that I had a genetic blood condition that really had my teeth going from the inside out. Like, there was nothing I could do to, nothing I could do to change that. So, no matter what I did, there really was no saving them, and this is why I went the route that I did. So the actual dental work and the actual dental experience. Let's go on. Let's talk about that. So, I applied on 1-800-DENTIST, and I got called back later that day. When I spoke to the girl online, she asked how scared I was. I made a joke and I said, speaking candidly, you might be able to compare me with a derogatory term for part of the female anatomy. you know, just to kind of break the ice a little bit. And we were talking about it, and then she asked me how far along where I was and how far I was willing to travel. I'm like, distance doesn't really matter. She told because she told me there's a guy in Pennsylvania. I live in New Jersey, about 35 minutes away, and is rated number 6 in the country for patients with anxiety. I contacted that dentist, and we've met with him. And he was very, very comforted, which was very weird to me, because I'll explain that in a minute. And he looked nothing like the guys on TV that look like a mad scientist. And we discussed the options based on the X-rays and 3D scans and all that. And we just discussed the best route would be just remove everything. At that time, there was only maybe 2 or 3 teeth that were really worth saving, so in the long run, it would be easier to get rid of everything. And so we discussed the best. Okay, and when I actually went to the dentist beforehand, he had prescribed me some Valium for the night before, and one an hour before the visit, and we even discussed playing music while he's working. I forgot to bring my headphones on that first visit, so I had my phone in my pocket here, playing with the music. Had it set to a worship list. But what really surprised me, and mainly it's probably because of who the dentist was, I didn't really feel any fear. I mean, it could have been the Valium, but like even when I saw him like over my face with the needle about yay long with the big, I wasn't afraid, and I winced a little bit before he put the needle in, but oh no, it's fine. And next thing I know, like I feel some movement in my mouth, and next thing I hear him saying that he has my 4 front bottom teeth removed. I'm like, what? I didn't even know you had any of them done. I thought you were just like prepping things. And then he removed the top uppers. And the thing that really was my biggest surprise was I really didn't feel any pain afterwards. Nothing that, the leave couldn't handle. And then the next few weeks were pretty much the same thing, removing a few teeth per visit. He said because of the way the jaw heals, he would rather not do them all at once. He said if I wanted, we could just do all the lowers and then the next visit do all the uppers, but he thinks the jaw would have a better time healing because that's a lot of trauma. So we were doing, over the next few weeks, I think the last of my teeth were removed in February. And, then we get to a point where he would finish out the bottoms. I have these two studs here. I'll explain them in a minute. He had to drill holes in there, and again, like he fired up the drill, and I'm just like, you know what? This isn't really bothering me like at all. And I can hear the bit on the bone, but I don't feel anything. So he drills in that, and then threads in this thing that's kind of like a medical grade helicoil, and then puts in these little plugs for healing. And then the next few weeks, it's pretty much nothing but we do some impressions, wait for the lab, come back, do some more impressions, wait for the lab. We try in these other things, wait for the lab, and finally I have these. Now, one of the biggest questions I get asked on my videos is why don't I wear them? I'm going to show you why. Now, while they're very comfortable and they look good, I have a hard time talking in them, and I have a hard time speaking clearly with them in. But yeah, they look great. And I had gotten them a couple days before I went on my Niagara Falls trip. And they were so uncomfortable I couldn't wear them, so I had to go back for adjustments. Now they're comfortable. I don't really... Actually, I wouldn't really call them comfortable, but they're doable. But I have a hard time talking in them. And sometimes I would just rather... If I'm in a situation where I gotta talk clearly, I'd rather not wear them, and then rather than wear them and not be able to talk clearly. But again, I understand, why people are asking that. Because it's mainly the upper, which makes me think that it has something to do with this piece here. But at the moment, I don't have health insurance. So right now, I don't want to go back. Or I can't really go back without being charged, like, a crap ton of money. So I'm holding off for a little bit till I get insurance. And I'm going to go back and probably get that top piece cut out. But, yeah, I get the concern. And the other part of it is, I don't know how much of this I've really discussed, but this was about 30 grand worth of work, and I paid 5 grand out of pocket. So, yeah, like, not wearing these that cost me that kind of money, I get that. So, that's just a little bit I wanted to talk about, and, so you guys understood where I was, and I also wanted to explain, I have other videos I'll probably try to put together a playlist while this video is uploading. Actually, what I'll do is while this video is up, I'll make a new playlist, and then I'll go through and add all my dental work videos to that. That way you can watch my journey. Like I said, it's been a little bit over a year, because I think it was either the week It was either the week before or 2 weeks before Thanksgiving that I started this. My original plans was to go to Cletus and Cars in Bradenton, Florida that week. That's why I took that time off of work. But then COVID happened, and I ended up doing my dental work instead, which was probably better. It was definitely a more expensive way to do it, but yeah, I think in the long run, working on my dental was better because even though I don't wear them all the time, I don't know if I can describe to you how much better I feel. Like, there were times like I just get like random chest pains, and it had something to do with the infection in my jaw. And yeah, so that was that. So thank you for watching. Have a blessed day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks everybody for watching. Scrolling across the screen right now. Special thanks to my Patreon supporters, and if you'd like to see your name there, there's always a link down in the description below. But as always, thanks for watching. Have a blessed day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.